Alright, I'm going to show you how to bypass your rear heater core if it's leaking. I just replaced the radiator on this van. You may have seen that video. And 2 days later, I have coolant dripping out down here. Let me show you where it's leaking from. Okay, now if you look under the car, behind the rear wheel, passenger side, you'll see a little black tube there. That's the drain for your AC system. But the leaking heater coil is leaking through that housing and then running out there, which is convenient rather than having it running in your car. And what I'm going to do on this video, future video, I'll show replacing it, but for the time being, I'm going to show you how to bypass it. Because let's say this happens to you in the middle of January. It's not a job you want to be doing then, but you can get under the car, bypass it, and then replace it at a more convenient date. Okay, the spot we're going to bypass is directly under the passenger side front seat. No need to remove the wheels from the vehicle or anything like that. You will have to jack it up in all likelihood to get access. Take all precautions, chock the wheels, put on the parking brake. Okay, when you look under the vehicle, these two lines are for your air conditioning or your rear air conditioning, and these two are your rear heat. These are the ones we are going to bypass. We're just going to disconnect here and put a loop in so that it just loops back upon itself, and these two I'm going to plug those so no debris gets into it while driving until I actually take the back apart in order to access the rear heater core. Now, first thing you're going to need to do is drain out the cooling system. You can use the little drain valve on the driver's side lower back portion of the radiator. It's very slow, or what I do is I just pull the lower radiator hose on the passenger side, and that drains out within less than a minute. Collect that. Don't let it run down into the environment. It's expensive also, so you're going to want to pour it back into the vehicle when you're done. Anything that you drain out that you don't need to use, because actually the coolant system will be smaller at this point, collect it up in a bottle, and then after you do your final repair, you can pour that back in. Just use a clean container. And what I'm going to bypass with, I have a hunk of loop back heater hose, old heater hose. I'm just going to hook that on. You can use just a regular hunk of 5/8 heater hose and just bend it in half, even if it pinches a little bit back there. So long as there is some fluid flow past it, with the heat that will expand into shape for you. Don't worry about that. Now, even after you've drained your radiator, when you disconnect these, expect a lot of fluid to come pouring out of there, because this is still going to remain full all the way back to the heater core. So have a container here ready to catch that so you can recover it. Okay, got the loop in place. If it wasn't for making the video, I'd probably have spent about 10 minutes total on doing this. So this is pointing towards the engine, towards the front of the vehicle. This is where you want to loop it. These two here, I still have to, the ones heading to the back of the vehicle, those two, I will plug those. I have to go up to Lowe's. Back in, they should have some PVC plugs for like garden irrigation sprinkler systems, to terminate the end of a line. I'll take a hunk of hose with me, match up to whatever size. I don't know if they come in 5/8, but 1/2 inch would be close enough. And just clamp the plugs on there. Then I'll tuck it up under here, zip tie everything together so nothing's shaking loose, and I will be good for really, you can leave it like that. If you don't use, and nobody sits in those back seats, you really don't have to add the extra heat back there. It's up to you. But in any case, now I can fix this on my schedule. I won't be losing a half gallon of coolant, anytime I drive the car for, an hour, I would say. So, if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.